Hi, everyone, and welcome to Tutor Time. I'll be your tutor today, Miss Allen. And today we're going to switch it up and do something in ELA or English Language Arts. Today we're going to learn how to write a summary. This is the quickest and easiest way to write a summary. This can be used for fourth grade and up. A lot of times when we ask a scholar or student what's going on in the story, they tend to give too many details or either not enough details. And so if you follow these simple steps, your summary will be on point and correct every single time that you write it. So the first thing that you must do is you have to read. That's something that many of our scholars do not like to do. But in order to tell someone what is going on, you need to read the actual text. And while you're reading, you need to pay attention. And you need to pay attention to these six things. That is the who, the what, the when, the where, the how, and the why. Now, the who should be the main character or topic of the article or text. What is that main character or what is the main focus? What are they doing? The when means time. What time does it take place? When does it take place? Does it take place in the springtime? Does it take place in the middle of the night? Does it take place after school? All of those are a time frame, and that's what the when tells you. Where, that means it's a place. Where does it take place? Does it take place in Africa or in the Antarctica? Does it take place at home or at school? So where is this article or story taking place? How? The how means you need to describe how is your main character or your main subject. How are they able to do what it is that they're doing? So it should be some steps, or you should be explaining what's going on. And then the why. The why you may not have to explain every single time, but the why explains why that main character or why whatever topic you're reading about, why is it happening. So right now I'm going to read a little a chapter from this book that before the coronavirus stopped instruction. I was reading There's a Boy in the Girl's Bathroom by Louis Sakar or Sachar. I hope I pronounced your name right. I do not own the rights to this book, and it's a very good book, by the way. My fourth grade scholars really enjoy reading this book, and unfortunately we did not get to finish, so I'm gonna read one chapter and then we're gonna fill out the who, what, when, where, how, and why, and we're gonna write that summary. So if you need it, please pause the video and go grab a pen and paper. So here we go. So we're going to start at chapter 34, and my scholars know I need to take off my glasses to read. So here we go. Life was too weird for Jeff to return to class. Anytime you want to talk again, Carla had said, please feel free to come and see me, even if you just feel like getting out of class for a while. He hoped she had really meant it. He had a lot he wanted to say to her, beginning with, I'm sorry. He slowly walked to her office. He hoped she wasn't with anybody else. He knocked. Carla opened the door and smiled when she saw him. Hello, Jeff. He smiled. Hi, Carla, He stopped because he saw somebody else sitting at the round table. I believe you two know each other, said Carla. Jeff lowered his eyes. Hello, Colleen, he muttered. Colleen Varigold covered her face with her hands. You don't mind if Jeff joins us, do you, Colleen? Carla asked. Colleen shook her head with her hand still over her face. Jeff awkwardly sat down. Mrs. Ebel doesn't know I'm here, he said. I'll write you a note, said Carla. Colleen peeked out from between her fingers. I'm not supposed to be here either, she said. Carla turned to Colleen. So what's the big emergency? Can you say it in front of Jeff? He already knows, said Colleen. She looked at Jeff. You better not tell anybody. I won't, Jeff promised. Tell anybody what? Carla asked. Colleen walked into the boys' bathroom, said Jeff. I was there washing my face. Jeff, Colleen exploded, you just promised you wouldn't tell. Oops, said Jeff. He blushed. It was only Carla. You were going to tell her anyway, weren't you? Colleen smiled at him. I didn't go there on purpose, she explained to Carla. It was an accident. I don't believe in accidents, said Carla. Colleen stared at her in amazement. She wondered how Carla knew she had gone in after Jeff on purpose. She turned to Jeff. I'm sorry for saying hello to you when you didn't like it. That's okay. Anyway, how was I supposed to know you didn't like it? You always said hello back. I know. I can't help it. Whenever anybody says hello to me, I always have to say hello back. He looked at the picture of the green monster with 6 hands hanging on the wall. If a big scary monster said, hello, Jeff, I'd probably say hello back to it too. Colleen laughed. Well, what's wrong with that? Demanded Carla. If a monster says hello to you, you should say hello to it. If you don't, then I have to wonder which of you really is the monster. Colleen frowned. She suddenly remembered that Bradley Chalkers had said hello to her at the beginning of lunch period, and she had walked away without saying hello back. It made her feel terrible. You can say hello to me whenever you want, said Jeff. She smiled again. Hello, Jeff, she said. Hello, Colleen, said Jeff. I read somewhere, said Carla, that in Zen, the most important rule is that when one person says hello to you, you have to say hello back. What's Zen? Asked Colleen. A religion, answered Carla. She got a book from her bookcase. Here it is, she read aloud from Raise High the Roof Beam, Carpenters by J.D. Salinger. In certain Zen monasteries, it's a cardinal rule that when one monk calls out hi to another monk, the latter must call back hi without thinking. Jeff should be a Zen monk, Colleen exclaimed with delight. Jeff laughed. I already say hello to anybody who says hello to me, he said proudly. Can girls be Zen monks too? Colleen asked. Why not? Asked Carla. Colleen laughed with delight. Then she said, Jeff, do you want to come to my birthday party next Sunday? Yes, said Jeff. That's the second most important rule about being a Zen monk. Whenever another Zen monk invites you to a birthday party, you have to say yes. Colleen laughed again. You're the only boy so far. I'll invite one more, but only one. I can't invite too many boys. Suddenly, she looked very serious. She knew what she had to do. So that's chapter 34 from Louis Sachar's There's a Boy in the Girl's Bathroom. So now, scholars, we're going to go over what we just read, and we're going to put in the who, what, when, where, how, and why of our story. So let me grab my pen. So we need to ask ourselves, who were the main character or characters in this chapter? And so we can say that it was Jeff, and Colleen. Now we could add in Carla, but if we're really thinking about who spoke the most and who had the most action in the chapter, it's going to be Jeff and Colleen. So they're going to be our main character. So what is going on with Jeff and Colleen? Let's think. I think they both needed to talk to someone, so they went to see Carla. And by the way, for those who have not been reading There's a Boy in the Girls' Bathroom, Carla is the school counselor. So what are Jeff and Colleen doing? So they went to see the counselor. Now, when is this story taking place? It's taking place during school hours. So when does it take place? During school. And that gives us our where. But we could say it takes place at the school, but where is the story really taking place, or this part of the action? It's really taking place in the counselor's office. So that's what we're going to write. And now we're going to name our counselor. So it's in Carla's office. Now, we could say, how did Jeff and Colleen begin talking to Carla? And we can say they just both went to visit her. Did they have a pass from their teacher? No, they didn't. So they went to the counselor's office without permission. And now our last question is going to be why. And that's very important. Why are Jeff and Colleen in Carla, the counselor's office? So let's think about that. And like I always tell my scholars, anytime that you can't think of an answer right off the top of your head, where can you find the answer to your question? That's right, in the text or in the book. So we can go back to the beginning of the chapter, and we know that Jeff went to go see her because he wants to talk with her. He says that right in the first paragraph of the chapter. So Jeff went to see Carla because he wants to talk. And I'm going to switch up to another color because now we're going to talk about Colleen. And why is Colleen there? That's right. You guys are so smart. I'm glad you remember. Colleen is there because she's embarrassed about walking into the boys' bathroom by accident. So we're going to put that in. So why is Colleen there? Colleen is talking to Carla because she's embarrassed. Now, scholars, I'm going to go back to my black marker and I'm going to move this up just a little bit more. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put all of this together and put it into I'll just move my camera down. So we're going to put all of this together and just put it into a summary or a paragraph. So, are you ready? Please don't blink because this is going to go so fast. So, let's start with the who. So, we can start and we can say Jeff and Colleen. That's our who. What did they do? Went to see the counselor. And who's the counselor? That's right, Carla. So we're going to put a comma and put her name and end it at a comma. So Jeff and Colleen went to see the counselor. Carla, you could say, without permission. And so we can assume that they're at school and we know how they got there. And what is our why? So Jeff and Colleen went to see the counselor Carla without permission. During school. I'll add that in. And now why? And we can say because they both wanted someone to talk to. And guess what? We're done. We just summarized our chapter. Now remember, when you're writing a summary should not give every single little itty bitty detail. It should just give whoever you're talking to or whoever is reading your paragraph, it should just give them a little bit of information so they will want to read what you read, or so they will want to know a little bit more. That's what a summary is. Just giving you a little bit of information to draw you into the story. So here we have it. Jeff and Colleen went to see the counselor, Carla, without permission during school because they both wanted someone to talk to. And there we have it. So that's how you write a summary. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Stay safe. Bye.